The Exodus begins. It was the year 3068, and Earth's cradle had long since become a cage. With the collapse of the homeworld's ecosystems and humanity's final resources depleted, there was only one chance left: a mass exodus on the Starborn, a massive generational starship designed to carry the remaining human population and thousands of Earth's ecosystems. Captain Naima Qadir, a seasoned leader with a hardened past, took command. Her ship wasn't just a lifeboat, it was a floating world, engineered to preserve humanity's heritage across vast stretches of empty space. With over 1,000 souls aboard and a cargo of flora, fauna, and Earth's last rivers in artificial domes, Naima's mission was clear: find a new home before time and resources ran out. The Starborn launched in the shadow of an imploding Earth, its engines firing for what would be a one-way journey to the far reaches of a distant galaxy. Known only as Eden X, the destination had been chosen for its Earth-like conditions, though no human had ever set foot there. As the Starborn drifted into the stars, hope clashed with fear, for the journey was long and space held many dangers yet unknown. A signal in the dark. 3 years into the voyage, as the Starborn cruised through a silent starfield, the crew began to hear it. A signal, faint but persistent, echoing from the edges of known space. It wasn't on any map frequency and didn't match any known cosmic phenomena. Some of the crew dismissed it as interference, a trick of the sensors. But Naima's instincts told her otherwise. After weeks of analysis, the science team finally isolated a pattern within the signal. It was more than noise. It was a message. The language was ancient, but the tone was unmistakable, like a soft plea. Help us. Join us. Naima decided to follow the signal's source, even though it meant risking precious fuel and adding time to their journey. She knew the risks, but couldn't ignore the possibility that this voice, whoever it was, might hold answers, or at least a warning. The Starfall region. Their course redirected, the Starborn entered a strange, uncharted region known as Starfall, where cosmic anomalies were notorious for swallowing ships. Naima's crew became tense. They had heard tales of this region in old Sparta's myths, where stars flickered like candles in a breeze, as if hidden creatures lurked in the shadows. As they neared the signal's source, they saw the remains of ships drifting aimlessly, broken husks of ancient vessels from unknown civilizations. The wrecks floated like silent sentinels, a reminder of the countless races that had dared to cross this region and failed. Suddenly, a massive gravitational wave surged, knocking systems offline. Lights flickered and artificial gravity wavered. Then, out of the darkness, an enormous structure appeared on the scanners, a ringed, star-sized megastructure, ancient and humming with dormant power. The signal grew stronger. This was where it had been leading them all along. The Architect's Warning. As Naima and her team approached the alien megastructure, they encountered an AI-like entity that called itself the Architect, an advanced intelligence that spoke through a series of holographic projections. It explained that the structure was a containment field designed to seal away a cataclysmic force known as the Void Eater, an entity capable of consuming entire star systems. "You carry life," it intoned, its voice echoing with a resonance that felt both mechanical and ancient. "But your journey has alerted the Void Eater. Your ship's engines, your signals, they awaken it." Naima understood the danger. They had brought death upon themselves by simply existing within this cursed region. The Architect offered them two choices: turn back or complete their journey by following a hidden path, a wormhole leading directly to Eden X. But it came with a cost. To close the wormhole behind them, they would have to destroy the Starborn's core, leaving them no way to return, if Eden X proved uninhabitable. The leap of faith. With the fate of her people weighing heavily, Naima faced the hardest decision of her life. If she refused, they would drift in space, hunted by the Void Eater. If she accepted, she would be sealing their path forward, abandoning all chance of returning to known space. After a solemn gathering with her crew, Naima chose the wormhole. They rerouted power to the engines, and the Starborn shuddered as it passed through, the void around them collapsing like a tidal wave of cosmic dust. One last blinding flash, and they emerged into a new system, orbiting a lush green world. Eden X was real. The new dawn, the Starborn settled into orbit, and teams began the process of descending to the surface, scouting for viable locations to build a new civilization. The people looked at Naima with gratitude and awe. She had guided them through the darkest reaches of the galaxy and into the light of a new dawn. As they watched from above, the Starborn drifted into the planet's atmosphere, burning up in a final, radiant display, a fitting end for the vessel that had carried them through hell and back. Eden X became humanity's new cradle, a place to rebuild, to heal, and to remember those lost in the dark. And in the quiet of night, on this strange yet familiar world, some claimed they could still hear a faint signal, a whisper from the architects who had guided them home.